I've been sitting in office chairs for about 15 years now, first in call centers, then in startups, and now from a spare bedroom that doubles as my desk. Over that time I've learned the hard way that the difference between a chair that feels like furniture and one that actually keeps you productive isn't in the materials list, it's in how the mechanisms hold up after 6 months of daily use. The Steelcase Gesture Task Chair is one of those products that looks great on paper but only proves its worth once you're stuck in it for a full workday. If you're on the fence about dropping this much on a task chair, let me save you some time. The link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The headline feature is the synchronized seat and back movement. Steelcase calls it the gesture part. In practice, that means when you lean back, the lumbar support stays put instead of flattening out, and when you sit forward, the seat doesn't tilt forward with you. It's a subtle difference until you've spent an afternoon in a chair that forces you to sit bolt upright or slide forward every time you reach for your keyboard. If you're under 5 feet 8 inches or over 6 feet 2 inches, the seat depth adjustment is generous enough that you can dial it in without your thighs floating or your knees digging into the front edge. The arms are the real surprise. They pivot in 3 places so you can set them for typing, side work, or even phone calls without feeling like you're typing on a dinner tray. That flexibility matters if you switch tasks every hour or if you share the chair with someone else who's a different height. Where this chair starts to show its age is in the small details that most reviews skip. The hard floor casters are a nice touch if you're on hardwood or tile, but they're not the same as the soft caster upgrade you can order from Steelcase directly. After about 8 months, the standard wheels start to leave faint scuffs on lighter floors, and the tread wears down faster than you'd expect. If you're on carpet, skip the hard floor version entirely. The carpet casters that come with the chair are too soft for hard floors and will feel mushy. Another thing that catches people is the lumbar adjustment. It's a knob on the left side that only moves the lower back support. If you need mid-back support or want to tweak the firmness, you're out of luck unless you buy the optional air lumbar upgrade. That's an extra $150 on Amazon, so factor that into the real cost if you know you'll need it. Durability is where Steelcase usually shines, and the 12-year warranty is a solid signal that they expect this frame to outlast most laptops. The fabric is a polyester weave that resists pilling better than cheaper mesh chairs, but it does trap heat if you're in a room without good airflow. I've had mine in a basement office with a small window cracked open, and by 2 p.m. the seat and back are noticeably warmer than the ambient temperature. If you run hot or live in a humid climate, the optional breathable mesh back is worth the upgrade even though it bumps the price again. Who actually benefits from this chair? If you're logging 8 or more hours a day at a desk, whether you're a developer, a writer, or a remote manager who's on calls all afternoon, the gesture keeps you from slouching into the "I'll just lean back and deal with it later" posture that wrecks your lower back. It's also the rare chair that doesn't feel like a throne after an hour. The seat depth and arm angles let you shift positions without reaching for the adjustment levers every 5 minutes. If you're a light user who only sits for a couple of hours, or you're sharing the chair with multiple people of very different heights, you'll probably be better off with a simpler ergonomic chair that costs half as much. The real cost isn't just the sticker price, it's the assembly and the potential upgrades. The chair ships ready to assemble, but the instructions assume you've put together IKEA furniture before. If you're not comfortable with hex keys and torque specs, budget an extra hour or plan to pay someone to do it. The arms come preset at a neutral angle, so you'll need to loosen the bolts, pivot them into your preferred position, and retighten, something Steelcase doesn't mention in the quick start guide. Once it's set up, the chair is heavy enough that moving it across a room is a 2-person job, so think about where it's going before it arrives. If you're still weighing this against cheaper alternatives, ask yourself how much your comfort and focus are worth per hour. A chair that saves you from one bad posture habit every day can pay for itself in productivity gains over a year. But if you're buying